Hi, I'm Susan Sutherland, National Wedding Expert for PerfectWeddingGuide.com and President of JustMarried.com. Today we're going to talk a little bit about your wedding processional. It's really something very simple to organize, but you're going to want to take some steps prior to the wedding day to make sure everything goes smoothly. Now keep in mind you're going to have a wedding rehearsal prior to the wedding day, but even still, putting things down on paper will make sure you're able to explain everything to your wedding party and have the rehearsal go on without a hitch. First, for the processional, we start with the grandmothers, and we start on the groom's side. We start with the groom's paternal grandmother, followed by his maternal grandmother, and both of them should have escorts going down the aisle. Then we move over to the bride's grandparents. We start on the paternal side again, followed by the bride's maternal grandparents. Once the grandparents are seated, we move on to moms. And moms also should both have an escort, and it can be somebody in the wedding party or maybe even their spouse or significant other. We start again on the groom's side. So the groom's mom is escorted down the aisle and is seated, followed by the bride's mother, and she's seated. If there are any step parents, the father goes first with the stepmother, followed by the mom and the stepfather. And once they're seated, we move on to the bridal party. First, we start with the groom. The officiant is typically first in line, followed by the groom, the best man, and all the groomsmen. And they walk in all together in the order in which they'll be standing up at the altar. Then we move over to the bridal party. We start first with the bridesmaid who's standing furthest away from the bride. And then we follow all the way up for the rest of the bridesmaids, then the maid of honor, and then the matron of honor. And she's followed by the ring bearer and then the flower girl. Then finally, it's the bride's time to come in. And she'll be escorted down the aisle by someone very special and important to her, whether it be her father or someone else who was significant in her life. And once she is up at the altar, the ceremony is ready to begin. Now, the recessional, which is what takes place after the ceremony, is very simple. Everyone's going to file out in the reverse order they came in, starting with the bride and groom. And then the bride's mom, who is always closest to the bride, follows the wedding party out first. So she exits with her escort, followed by the mother of the groom and her escort. And then the grandparents can go out in opposite order of how they came in, followed up by all of the guests. So you see, if you take a few moments to keep things organized, or even consider hiring a professional wedding coordinator, you'll have an easy time giving your bridal party directions, and you'll have a beautiful processional.